What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Corner Office, where Ruhan and I sit down with Philadelphia's leading entrepreneurs and executives.
Today we're sitting down with Doug Baldasare, CEO and founder of ChargeItSpot. Doug solves a problem that each and every one of us has every day. My phone's at 1 or 2% and I can't find a place to charge it. We're gonna hear all about how Doug's business development strategy has enabled ChargeItSpot to be in over 42 states, 4 countries, in some of the biggest brands and retail centers in the world. Look forward to this one, guys. Doug, thank you so much for coming on an episode of The Corner Office. We're super excited to have you here.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Now we'll just jump right in. You graduated from Wharton's MBA program. Coming out of a school like that and a program like that, you've got so many career prospects. What was it about the grind and sometimes challenging life of an entrepreneur that attracted you to start your own company?
So for me, I always knew that I wanted to start my own business. That was really my life goal, my life plan. And I went into the MBA program not immediately aware of the idea that I would start a business right after graduating. I didn't have an idea, I didn't have a team. I spent my summer internship at Amazon, and that was really my first time at a big company. It provided me really good contrast to understand that, okay, now is the time to get after what I want to do long term. And so I was looking at different ideas, I was doing research, I was kind of incubating different ideas, and I stumbled on the idea for ChargeItSpot one day when I was with friends on a trip. All of our phones were dead or close to dead, and I was standing outside of a retail store, and I'm like, man, why can't I walk in there and charge my phone?
Right. No, I think it's a great, we've all been in the position where your battery's at like 1 or 2%, and then your girlfriend texts you like, I'm gonna call you in 30 minutes, and you're like,
better not get in trouble.
Yeah, you're like, what am I going to do here? And one thing that I really like about the ChargeItSpot idea is that everyone involved gains something. So you as a consumer, you're able to not worry about your phone dying, you're able to spend more time in the store. And also for the retailer, you want that customer to spend and maximize the amount of time they're in your location, because that increases the number of products they're going to buy. Right? I think I heard it was something like 47% more ticket value at the end of the day, something like that.
Yeah, so the intuition for the business was that as consumers, our phones are constantly dying, and we rely on our phones for so much of what we do every day. When our phones run low, we're anxious, we're stranded, we're panicked.
Right.
So we wanted to see if we could solve that problem and provide a win for consumers, something that really matters to them, a problem they really have.
Right.
And then we looked at the other side, and that's traditional brick and mortar retailers. And we knew they were looking for ways to get people to come into their stores, buy more stuff in the store. And so we thought, if we put free and secure phone charging inside retail stores, will consumers spend more time in the store than they otherwise would have? And shouldn't that mean that they would spend more money than they otherwise would have?
Right.
And so it was critical for us to go out and prove that intuition by hiring third-party research firms to go and do an audit and see what do consumers actually do when they charge their phone. And on average, you're right, they found that they spend 47% more dollars at checkout compared to what they would have otherwise done.
And now I'm curious, because it seems to me like on the retailer's point of view, putting a ChargeItSpot kiosk in their store greatly enhances the customer experience. For other entrepreneurs or other C-level people looking at this video, is there any advice you would give them when it comes to improving their product or services customer experience?
We're thinking about vendors, we're thinking about solution providers.
Sure.
Yeah. I think focus is somewhat underrated. It's natural for people who are entrepreneurs or people in entrepreneurial environments to want to invent.
Right.
And so I think often you find people looking for, coming up with solutions in search of a problem because they have this natural desire to invent. What I think is that you should invent around your core solution and find ways to really make a difference with a product that already has product market fit, rather than chasing shiny objects. So the closer you can get to your core and the deeper you can get to your customer experience through in-depth research, both attitudinal and behavioral research, looking at patterns and data, I think that's where you can really come out with some exciting innovation. rather than looking at things that might be further afield that are kind of more on speculation.
Now, we've spoken and we've waxed lyrical about your guys' growth and so many locations, international at this point as well. In 2020, where do you see Charge It Spot growing in the most important way and the biggest way? And then on a personal level, for Doug, where do you see yourself going in 2020? Are there any personal ambitions you're looking to fulfill, etc.?
It speaks to one of the points I brought up earlier, focus and going deep on your core. We plan to continue to do that in 2020. A lot of what we've done over the last several years has been laying groundwork with individual clients and in the market broadly. And it takes time for clients to adopt new solutions. And so right now, we've grown 105% year over year the last 3 years. Our
awesome.
Clients, in total, our existing clients have the potential to deploy over 20,000 units. We've got about 1,100 right now. We have a lot of greenfield with our existing clients, and we've been, I think, taking the right steps to make sure they have hard data to understand what we, as a solution, do for their bottom line.
Right.
And so a lot of that has been running research studies. We've done 17 of them now. We'll continue to do them next year, making sure we're engaged with the right people in the organization, making sure that we, are on, wonderful experiences like this one where they can see and learn more about the business and the product.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of more of what we're doing, what we've been doing, we'll be doing next year at a bigger level. There are technologies that we've built that we will be rolling out next year. One of them is a SDK, and what that is it's a technology that we give to our clients' mobile apps. What will happen is, let's say you're a user of the Banana Republic mobile app. Next time your battery runs below 30% and you're nearby a Banana Republic with charging, you'll get an alert that says your battery is low and you can charge at Banana Republic 0.2 miles away on Grant Avenue.
Oh, that's an awesome idea. So you're driving people into the store and obviously they're going to stay there. I think that's a really smart way. And it all goes back to making a seamless customer experience
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah.
Fantastic. And anything personal you're working on?
I think where I spend my time on personal development is kind of leadership and organizational. We have a great team. They really perform at such a high level. What can we be doing to help them grow, help them achieve their ambitions?
Right.
How should we be thinking about engagement in the company? We've been thinking more and more about that, and that's become something that I've enjoyed spending time on and personally developing on.
Yeah, and I think giving back to your employees and being a resource for them, they're going to want to stick around longer. So now we reach the end of the show, and this is where our guest poses a question of the day where the audience answers in the comments below. Is there any question you have for our audience, Doug?
Yeah, I might have two.
Two is good. That would be a first time for the question.
So two, I think if you're at the point where you're thinking of starting a business, I think the first question you should answer is why you want to start the business and what you hope to achieve. So really thinking about your goals and your mission. That will guide your decisions on how you incorporate, how you raise capital, how you bring a founding team around you. Do you want to be a Howard Schultz and pour yourself into it and be doing this for 50 years as a labor of love, and it's more about the mission, or do you have a financial goal? That will kind of guide a lot of your thinking on how you build your business. So I would encourage you to answer that question first, the why, the goals and the mission. Second thing I would ask, which is quasi a question, quasi a statement, is to take note of problems. I think that businesses start when you identify problems. They are everywhere, thankfully. And I just personally, for my own sanity, I keep a running list of all the problems I encounter, and that's where you're going to find a business. You find the problem first.
Right.
So take note of problems, and spend time thinking about problems. And is it a big enough problem affecting enough people, such that if you were to solve it, you'd create enough value for a business?
Excellent questions. Everyone at home, think about everyday pains that you encounter and how you could perhaps come up with a business idea like Doug's and succeed. Doug, it was a real pleasure having you on the show. Thanks very much for coming on. Where can our audience connect with you?
You can find us on LinkedIn, you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, and Instagram.
There it is, guys. See you next Wednesday for another episode of The Corner Office, and have a great day.